Hey, good afternoon there, Sweet Peas. Basic Prepper Mom Myra. So I know my videos are kind of few and far between, but at this point in time, I really don't think there's a lot of tips or hints that I can really give you guys that you guys don't already have or should be doing or should not be doing. I think that if you have not started to prepare, you're way behind the curve and you need to really get caught up. If you have been preparing, continue to do so. Food, water, medication, don't know what else to say about that, but just continue to prepare. Also, work on your self-reliant and self-sustainability skills. Make sure that you're doing whatever you can, even one or two different things to be able to be self-sufficient and self-reliant. The president of Goya Food actually came out and said that the federal inflation rates for food are around 20% or so. And he said that is severely underrated. What he's seeing is a food increase or a food cost of at least almost 50%. He also said that if Harris gets voted in, that we're going to see a lot more of that in both food shortages as well as our cost going up tremendously on food as well. So, and it kind of boggles my mind that we don't see more people that are moving away from her and away from voting. I find it very interesting and sad both at the same time that the only reason or the main reason that people are voting for her is because she is an ethnic woman. And I say ethnic because I don't exactly know what she classifies herself as, but, and I hope that's not offensive to anyone, but she is definitely not Caucasian. So, and that women are so concerned with women's rights and being able to do what they want with their body, which I don't know what they're talking about, because I feel like I have all of my rights and I can do whatever I need to do. I feel like that I'm okay. And I mean, I might be missing something, but I don't know. Pretty sure I can do whatever I want, go wherever I want, wear whatever I want. I'm just saying. I think that even if, and to be honest, this is my personal opinion, I don't think Trump is going to get elected. I don't think that the powers that be will allow him to be elected, and that's kind of been proven over and over again now. I don't think that they will allow him to be into office because they don't want him in office. He's going to shake things up way too much, and they don't want that. So I don't think that he's going to get into office. If by any chance he does get into office, I think we're going to see a lot of the riots come back, a lot of the things that happened, during the BLM, the Summer of Love, whatever they call it, all of the rioting and stuff. I think that we're going to see a whole lot of that if he does get into office. So if he doesn't get in and Harris gets in, we are going to see more of a economic collapse. We are possibly going to see us pushed into a World War III. Even though we have no business doing that or being there. But they've done little kind of prelude things to set us up for if that does happen. Biden has come out and said that if Iran does end up assassinating or killing Trump, sorry, I think I can say that on here. Hope I don't get flagged. Anyway, for offing Trump, then he will view that as a absolute 100% declaration of war, and he will retaliate for that. So there's all these, and whether Iran has really put a threat out on him or not, I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't think anybody can, to be honest. But it's just kind of weird if you look at what's been playing out, what's been happening, and kind of follow up, and a little bit here and a little bit here, you start piecing the puzzles together. It definitely is very concerning. However, what do we need to do, aside from all of that? Because that is not in our control. We can go out, we can vote, we can do our part, but the outcome of that, to be quite honest, is not in our control. Because if somebody's going to manipulate something, somebody's going to manipulate something. Do I think that we can have an honest and fair election? I don't at this point. I really don't. I don't think they're going to allow that to happen. So putting all that aside, because you can't do anything about that, you can't worry about that, what do you need to do personally to protect yourself and your family? Well, definitely stocking up and storing up on as much as you can and being as self-reliant as possible. Now, if you don't have the ability to be self-reliant in certain things, if you don't have the ability to grow your own meat or have a huge garden. But you have the ability to can things, you have the ability to freeze dry, you have the ability to make things or sew or whatever the situation. If you don't have all of those abilities, now is definitely the time to start reaching out to people in your community who do have those abilities and say, hey, if something happens, would you be interested in trading this for this? Would you be interested in doing a trade? I don't think there's anybody in their right mind that would not want to do that. With me having a freeze dryer, I can't garden. I'm just going to say, I've said that before. I can't grow anything. If it's alive and if it has a heartbeat, I won't say alive because plants are alive, but if it has a heartbeat and feathers and fur, I can pretty much get it to survive. But if it grows in the ground, nope, I can't do it. So having a freeze dryer, my choice would be, okay, we can either trade for meat that I'm raising, or if you want freeze-dried vegetables or freeze-dried food or whatever, then I will freeze dry your vegetables for you and I will keep a percentage, you know. If I end up freeze drying 30 bags of vegetables for you, then I'll keep 5 or 10 or whatever agreement that you guys come out to. If you are a canner, like I have a canner, I just don't can. I have a canner. I've canned once in my life. It went fine. I'm just not a canner person. But if you are a canner and somebody else isn't, say, hey, bring all of your stuff over. I will go through the process. I will can everything for you and keep 3 jars at the end, or whatever deal that you guys work out. But there is absolutely things that you can do to be self-reliant and self-sustaining and making those connections now, even though you might not have the ability to do that. Somebody in your community is going to have the ability. So now is the time to reach out and start doing those community, well, you should have been doing those community connections all along, but really start wrapping that up. All right, that's what I have to talk about today. Hope you guys have a wonderful, amazing day. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day.